Hey guys, welcome to the Sea Fury 5.7 BR British fighter. This thing is one of the best interceptors in the game. It doesn't get air spawn, but it is one of the best interceptors in the game. The reason is it can climb well, not as well as a Spitfire, but it can climb well. Like it's almost up there with the Spitfire. But the best thing about it is after you intercept the enemy, if there's a large number of enemies, you can easily get away because this thing can just dive out. The acceleration in this thing is amazing. So while your teammates are getting set up, side climbing, you can go intercept the enemy. You can point out where the enemy is, and if you're overwhelmed, you can get away from them. If you're not overwhelmed, like in this game, because there's a teammate here, we can lower the enemy. So by the time the rest of your team arrives, it's game. And we've been playing like this for I think 4 or 5 games, same results over and over and over. It works. So here we are. But I want you to notice something. While I'm looking around, I noticed there's that huge blob of players near their minor place. This is raw, so I noticed that. Okay, so right now we gotta lower these guys and then go on the attack. At high altitudes, it's actually quite hard to fight because you're moving at high speeds. Your run velocities, it's not going to connect as well when you're at a lower altitude as well as a lower speed. So first thing you got to do is lower the enemy. Now, after we lower these two guys, I'm going to go and try to spot the rest of the enemies that was down on the deck. Remember, we're at a high altitude, but by the time I think I do intercept them, they're about 3,000 meters or a little less. So they had to do a lot of climbing. But right now, I'm just waiting till a couple of more players jump on these guys. Remember, we just worked them from I think 6,000 meters plus. Now we're working them all the way down to 4,000 and 3,000. Now, I'm just looking around, seeing is anyone coming, anyone helping me, and I started to notice there's contrails above me. So I thought, okay, now it's time to go and spot everyone else. So there we go. So at the end of the day, you got to use some brain cells. But look, if you do want to play War Thunder and ARB, you do need to be in a squadron or a teammate. You can't do it alone. Okay. Now remember, I knew where those guys are. They were roughly around there, so that's where I'm going. One of the great things about this plane is, like a P-51, when you dive at high speeds and do a shallow climb, you can gain a whole lot of speed. I mean, a whole lot of altitude. Okay? So, and it's one of the best ways that I find that you can spot players with. So I just dive down and then I just shallow climb. Because of my speed and my energy retention, it's hard for enemies to catch me even if they're slightly above me. So you're just gonna see that right now. Well, I'm actually gonna do a bit of an aggressive dive because there's no way those guys could have climbed to this altitude in that short amount of time. So I'm just gonna fly along, and then I'm just gonna do a bit of a dive now. There we go. Now remember, one of the planes that you do have to watch out for, be careful of, is the German 152H, the H1, and clearly the P-47s of the US teams. There's another, I believe the higher tier P-38s you do have to watch out for. They do perform quite well at high altitudes, and they are fast. And yeah, like majority of the D12s, D13s at high altitude, you can outperform. Anyways, back to this game. Now, right now, just spotted the enemy. My teammates know where they are, so I feel comfortable. We spotted them at a good altitude, and I got the energy advantage. Now they're gonna react to these guys as well, and we're just gonna clean them up. So this is what happens when US and British teams actually climb. So this is, you know, this is great. Now when you're diving, don't do what I did here. Don't have the throttle at 100%. Just, you know, you don't need to. Otherwise, you know, it becomes quite hard to aim. So there goes one. There's another fuckable 190. I changed my gear roughly. I should have changed it about 2,800 meters. There's two. Look at these speeds I'm going at. There is no compression. There is nothing. Like, I feel like I'm flying at a pretty good speed. That's two down. There we go. My rest of my team got the other players that were climbing. This Doe 217 finally recognized me. Got hits on my engine. Look, if you got hits on your engine, don't go wet. That's a bad idea. Even if it's red like that, don't go wet. Just after the fight, what I did was I just lowered my prop pitch to about 80, and then I just went home. Now, if you ever get in a situation like that, just like I got in, do a spiral climb. That just destroys Germans' energy so easily, so fast. And you look, even at high altitude, you're better. Even at low altitudes, you're better. So, you know, this is a very, very dangerous plane. That's it. Now in the next scene, we're gonna go and intercept them at high alt, and we're gonna fight them at high alt. Now, remember, if you make a fighter that's not built for high altitude turn, they lose energy and they lose altitude. Two things happen, okay? And all you have to do is either go to a vertical maneuver or just fly right by them and make them turn. Remember that, okay? Look, F8F1 and the one, especially the F8F1, is very maneuverable, good at climb, and at these altitudes, we're better. We're a lot better than them. We're a lot more faster than them. But it is a dangerous plane. But you're gonna see how we annihilate their energy and then go for the kills. Look at this. He comes right at me. I go to a vertical. Now you're gonna see my friend over there, my squadron mate. What he's gonna do is he's gonna drag them and rope-a-dope them. Look, if you don't know what a rope-a-dope is, I made a video about it a couple of weeks back. So, anyways, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna take them up, rope-a-dope them, and go into this huge vertical. So, I'm just waiting. But if you are not an experienced player, don't do this. You will get killed. So if you're not an experienced player, just drag them. Remember, I'm faster than the F8Fs and the Spitfire. I can catch them all at these outs. So here he comes for a rope-a-dope. I get one of the F8Fs off. He just I didn't get any shots on him. He just goes off. F8Fs ain't on vertical. The Spitfire got way too much energy. He sees me, so I use that awesome roll rate. Pop my flaps up. He's stalling out. I'm stalling out above him, but I'm gonna get guns on him. Got guns on him. He's look, that critical. Yeah, there's a lot of things gonna be wrong with this plane. And one of the things that I do is I made this flat turn so it looks like I'm losing energy, but what I'm doing is at the last moment I'm gonna pitch up, which is gonna make it easier for my squadron buddy to get this kill. Bang, that's gone. The other guy, he has no chance. So I hope you guys learned something. So this fight is a great interceptor if you fly it right. See you guys later.